Alright, so we're only a couple of weeks away now from the launch of Galaxy Watch 5. And if you're thinking about buying it, there are 5 things you ought to know about it. Now, of course, a lot of this is based on leaks and rumors, but we're pretty close. Firstly, this time around, we've got the Galaxy Watch 5 and the Watch 5 Pro. They basically replaced the Watch 4 Classic with an equivalent Watch 5 Pro. And I do think that's better because that's also how smartphones are launched, so it's more consistent with that. Now, they're going to have a total of 3 sizes this time. The regular Galaxy Watch 5 will come in a 40mm and a 44mm size, and the Watch 5 Pro will come in 45mm. So basically, the Watch 5 Pro buyers won't have the option for a smaller watch. You'll also be limited with just 2 colors it might come in, a black and a titanium. And to be honest, that titanium color looks really good. But you will get more color options with the regular Watch 4, and you'll be able to choose between rose gold, sapphire, black, and silver. And obviously, both the Watch 5 variants and the Watch 5 Pro will come in their respective Bluetooth and LTE variants, so the choice is all yours. Next, there are 2 major design changes. The first one is that none of the variants is going to have that physical rotating bezel. The only thing that truly differentiated the Galaxy Watches from any other smartwatch is probably going to go. It's going to be this touch bezel, and quite honestly, you're going to forget about using any kind of bezel at all. Now, I remember I used to use it a lot on the Galaxy Watch, but they've removed it on the standard Galaxy Watch 4. And ever since then, I've really not used the touch bezel. I mean, it's just not as fun to use and it's not intuitive. Unfortunately, and most likely, it's going to go away from the Watch 5 series altogether. Secondly, the Watch 5 Pro seems to have adopted a new clasp system to wrap itself around your wrist. The Watch 5 will continue to have the standard pin and belt system. Now, I love the regular belt. It feels very light and it doesn't irritate my skin. But then this new clasp system, I'm not so sure how it's going to feel on my wrist and, against my skin, but we'll just have to wait and see. It all depends on how they do it and what materials they use. And talking about materials, Watch 5 Pro is expected to be using more premium materials. And of course, that is expected to increase the price a bit, so you've got to be prepared. Third, it's possible that Samsung introduces a temperature sensor or some form of thermometer to measure body temperature. I mean, it is on the cards, but it is most likely the least probable thing to make it onto the Galaxy Watch 5 series. But if it does, that would be pretty cool. And also, it's expected that the Watch 5 series would have a slightly brighter screen, and let's hope that's true. Fourth, the software is going to improve and it's going to offer you more controls over your watch functions. First of all, Watch 5 will come with One UI Watch 4.5 running on Wear OS 3.5. Now, there are some cool additions to look forward to here. More customizable and informative, relevant watch faces are going to get added. You're also going to see some new accessibility settings to enhance viewing experience. It's going to give you more control over tap, touch, and hold interactions on the watch screen. And also, it's going to support calling for dual SIM devices, so you can choose which SIM to place calls with. And lastly, the Watch 5 and the Watch 5 Pro are expected to have slightly larger battery capacities and faster charging, up from 5-watt wireless charging to 10-watt. Basically, it'll spend more time on your wrist and less time on the charger. But sadly, it could also mean that the Watch 5 series is a little bit thicker and bulkier to accommodate for larger batteries, but I don't know what to say. And so basically, it's going to spend more time on your wrist and less time on the charger. Now, sadly, it could mean that the Watch 5 series is slightly thicker and perhaps bulkier than the Watch 4 series, but we don't know that yet, so let's hope for the best. Alright, those are 5 things that I thought you should really know if you're thinking about buying the Watch 5 in the upcoming months. Now, do keep in mind, it's entirely possible that Samsung launches a new smartwatch in their Galaxy Fit lineup. And of course, there's also the Pixel Watch that's coming, so you might want to evaluate your options accordingly. And of course, there's also the Apple Series 8 smartwatch that's going to come, but if you are in the Samsung ecosystem, it makes no sense for you to even think about getting yourself the Apple Series watch. I mean, Samsung watches work beautifully well with the Samsung smartphone, so just keep that in mind. Alright guys, that's pretty much it and everything I know about the Samsung Galaxy Watch series. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comment section. And as always, if you enjoyed watching the video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification icon and mark all. I'll see you guys in the next one.